Hey, what's going on, guys? SeeJayAre here today with a unboxing and testing of the NYKO MiniBoss. This is a wireless controller for your NES Classic Edition. As most of you know, the controller that came with the Classic Edition is annoyingly short. I recently did a video on different controller options that different controllers that you can use for the NES Classic. You can find a link to that here. Feel free to watch it when this video is over. NYKO was nice enough to send me one of these for unboxing and review. So basically you plug a dongle into the front of the NES Classic and it functions as a wireless NES controller. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and open this up and we'll try it out. Okay, so here's the box. Some pretty cool artwork on the box. It's got like a little, almost like a Contra character here. It says Space Age Cordless Technology. Really like that. I thought that was pretty funny. Pretty cool packaging. I removed a little bit of the tape so I can get into this here carefully. Let's just read the back here. On the back, precise button mashing action with complete wireless freedom. Play cord free up to 30 feet away. 2 offset ergonomic face buttons. 2 is all you need. 4-way directional pad for up, down, right, and occasional left movements. Occasional because most platformers move to the right. So pretty clever. You can see dongle plugs in. You can see the buttons here are actually offset. The original controller are actually, what would you call it, parallel. So that'll be interesting to try that out. I've never had a offset button configuration on a NES controller. Rad 4-way D-pad. Okay, so NYKO's done some interesting branding here. Pretty clever terms with rad and stuff like that. I like that. So it looks like we've got a little instruction manual here, just showing you how to pair. Okay, you can actually, it says you can actually use it with a, plug it into a Wii remote, so you can use it on your Wii or Wii U, I would think would work too. That's all pretty straightforward. Here is the dongle. So basically we're going to plug this into the front of the NES Classic Edition. And then the controller itself actually has a nice weight to it. I was a little bit worried that it would be kind of cheap feeling, but actually at first glance feels quite good. And the offset buttons actually feel really nice, and the buttons themselves feel pretty nice. They've got a lot more travel to them than the original NES, which could be, I'm not sure if that'll be good or bad. But the buttons themselves feel pretty good. The D-pad is the real test. It feels okay. We'll have to see how this plays. But at first glance, it actually feels like it's pretty well made. You've got your input for charging here. Micro USB for charging. It does not come with a micro USB cable. That's okay. Everybody's got one of those laying around, I'm sure. Just charges through micro USB, and it's got an internal battery, which is nice. So looks like there might be a reset button there too in case you have pairing issues. I did see one review where somebody couldn't get it to pair, so let's go try this out. I'm pretty excited to try this, so let's head over to the NES Classic. Okay, so here we have my NES Classic unit right now using a really long HDMI cable to hook up to my TV there. So all we're going to do is plug this into the number 1 controller port here. Clicks in. It's a little large, but it's not too bad. Okay, so this is the best view that I could come up with. Right now I have my NES Classic hooked up to my CRT TV here. This is one of the few TVs that has an HDMI input. It should be good because there shouldn't be any lag on a CRT television, hopefully. So we should be able to get a good indication of the lag on the NYKO MiniBoss here. I'm going to go ahead and power the system on here and we'll see how this works. I didn't read the instructions. I'm guessing it's relatively simple. I turn the volume off on the NES Classic because Nintendo will ding me for copyright. So you can see it's got a blinking light on the receiver here. So I'm going to guess that all we do is hit the power button here. And just like that, it's already synced. You can see it's in the number 1 slot, so it's, if we were to put that in number 2, I would assume it would be down here. Okay, so let's check the functionality. This is going to be a little hard. Maybe I can zoom, focus on the TV. It's a little awkward to do this. I mean, responsiveness, it obviously worked on the first try. That's fantastic. The guy, I don't know what, I saw one video the guy had a problem syncing it. That was extremely easy. All the functions seem to work. I feel like Punch-Out would be the best game to try in terms of lag. At first glance, I mean, I'm not noticing any lag. Fire up Punch-Out here. Okay, at the first glance here, first try, the buttons seem to be really nice. The D-pad isn't bad. It's not as good as the original NES, but it's not bad at all. Feels pretty good. I really like the offset buttons. Definitely like that. I think I like that better than the NES controller. Start button obviously works. It would have been nice if they were able to do a reset button on the controller, but there's just a power select. You can't actually, pushing the power button will not get you back. But that's probably a Nintendo issue, not a NYKO issue. So the controller feels really good in hand. I was a little bit worried about this plastic sticking out, but it feels really nice. I'm actually really impressed. Next up, we're going to test the range of the NYKO MiniBoss. You can see right here, that's probably 8 to 10 feet, that distance that I was sitting at. Absolutely no problems. We're going to go over here, my other gaming area. Now we are, probably 20, 25 feet from that TV. And let's go ahead and see. Seems to be working just as good. So that's a good 20, 25 feet. And I don't notice any noticeable difference or lag. Oh, there we can see it just flashed for a second there. I don't know how much battery charge comes out of the box, but it did work. That's one thing I forgot to mention. The NYKO MiniBoss did work out of the box. It had a charge, so that's nice. I would assume that battery life might affect that range, so I'm not sure how much battery life is left in this. But it works great from 20, 25 feet, so that's pretty impressive. Okay, I'm going to quickly test this on a platformer. We'll go to the original Mario Brothers and see how it handles for platforming. I really want to test this D-pad. I really do like the offset buttons. Yeah, I'm not noticing any lag at all. Actually feels quite good. Feels pretty good. Like I said, D-pad not quite as good as the original, but you can do in-air movements. But not quite as good as the original, that's for sure. All right, so one bonus feature that I just realized of the NYKO MiniBoss here is you can actually unplug from the back the micro USB from your NES Classic, and you can actually use that to charge the NYKO MiniBoss controller. So while you're not playing the system, you can go ahead and unplug that and use it to charge the controller. All right, guys, that has been a quick unboxing and little mini review of the NYKO MiniBoss wireless controller. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think this guy sells for between $25 and $30. I'll leave a link to NYKO's website in the description below. I know that they're pretty tough to get right now, but I'm sure supply will catch up with demand pretty quickly. I can safely recommend this controller. I'm actually really impressed with how well it works. I've had, I just got a couple clips there, but I've actually used it now for a few hours. The boys have been using it. The battery still hasn't died and it's working well. So it came pre-charged. So the battery has held up pretty good over the last, probably been 2 hours. Teddy was playing some Excitebike. Andrew was playing Kirby. We're pretty impressed. Now we just need to track down another one, hopefully. NYKO actually does sell controller extensions too, if you want to go that route. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the NYKO website, but I can safely recommend the NYKO MiniBoss. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see, I posted a video on how I was able to get one of these guys. feel free to check that out in the cards above. If you enjoyed this video, if this video was useful for you, feel free to do me a favor and hit that like button. And thank you so much for watching. And until the next episode.